Well, hello, I'm Derek Irvin with Better Together. If you are a person who is passionate about seeing marriages and families strengthen in our local community, I would like to invite you to come to our next Better Together Luncheon. It will be on March 13th on Wednesday. We meet the second Wednesday of every month at the Delaware Township Community Center in Fishers, Indiana. You can let us know that you'll be coming by going to www.bettertogether.us/friends. You know, I'm always impressed with people who are vulnerable enough to really be authentic in sharing their stories to benefit other people. And our speaker on March 13th is going to be Misty Javorka and her husband, Tony. And Misty, when I heard your story, I got to be honest with you, I was blown away. And I knew that our listeners would want to hear your story as well. So I want to give you just a couple of minutes to share your story and what you're going to be sharing with us at the luncheon.
And that's great. You know, we are really excited about joining you guys at your meeting because our story, unfortunately, isn't that uncommon. Tony and I were high school sweethearts, married right after college. We had dreams, plans, thought we had it all worked out. But then life happened. 6 years into our marriage, we had a job relocation. I was working nights as a nurse. His career started taking off and taking him away at overnights and just really started to create a distance and then a little separation, and it just grew so, we grew so apart that I knew something was wrong, but just wasn't quite sure. It was even to the point where I was praying and begging God to bring my husband back, and he did, just through a long, hard-fought battle. You see, the night before Thanksgiving, my husband Tony came home and he looked me in the eye and he said, "Misty, I've had an affair, and she's going to have a baby." We were devastated. We were broken. We were in pieces. But that night began a journey of what we wanted so desperately was healing. And so we asked God, we begged God to help us try to pick it up and put it back together. And so began this long, hard journey of gut-level, honest conversations, transparency, you know, some arguments and yelling, a lot of crying. But we came to the point to where we thought, if there's any hope in this, if we are truly going to survive, if God can truly perform a miracle in our hearts, which was going to be required, we weren't going to keep this to ourselves. We can't keep this something just in our past. It's not a secret. It's not something we're going to be ashamed of. We want to use it to bring glory to God. And so that's where we are now. We are so thrilled to be coming to the March meeting to share some of the things that we've learned that worked and maybe didn't work out so well. You know, Tony will be there to talk about how to set boundaries and what could he have done differently. I'm going to be talking about what does forgiveness really look like? How does that flesh itself out? And how did I avoid bitterness? How do I let him love me again? How do I receive that love? And then the other piece of the puzzle is, where does this baby fit in? How is all of this going to work out? And so as we look forward to that date and sharing with you guys, our main objective that day is to tell couples not only can they survive something like this, but their marriage can thrive.
Wow. Misty, thank you for your courage and sharing your story with us. And I know it is going to be beneficial to the people that hear it. So again, join us March 13th. Sign up at our website, bettertogether.us/friends. And we look forward to seeing you there.